Hello guys, I am back from another video and today we're talking about what if Deku was reincarnated into Minecraft. So, I'm not going to tell you what happened last episode because I keep trying to record but unfortunately it kept not working, so I'm hoping this time it will actually work. And also, his weapon has also changed. I kind of changed the weapon a little bit and now his, axe is now turned into a halberd. Yeah, I forgotten to change it, so yeah, it's gonna be changed into this. So, that's basically what happened to his weapon. Sorry, I just feel a bit sleepy. Anyway, so, after getting his brand new weapon, they basically gone to sleep. And so, that's basically what happened last episode, or at least an updated version of it. And so, let's talk about what happened next. So, the next day comes as everybody was told to go around the city so they can protect it from another attack from those mobs. So, after a while, they were told that they should go back to the castle. After going back to the castle by the permission of, Miss Cassandra, they see, well, Cassandra in the throne room. Cassandra told all of them that they're going to be preparing for the arrival of a queen, specifically the queen by the name of Animasphere. Apparently, she is the queen of the pillagers. Everybody was told by this, as one of them said this: I thought the pillagers were supposed to be the bad guys. As she would say this: well, have you heard about the Wither from yesterday? As he would say this: oh, I guess you're right. As she would say this: yeah, and it's our job as the queens of our own tribes and kingdoms to protect our people, and that is why we must team up. So it's better for all of you to try and behave, including you, Izuku. As he would say this: yes, Miss Cassandra. As they were told to leave. So, after that day. Sorry, I just feel a bit tired. Uh, After that day, they were told that they're gonna be doing whatever the hell they want. Because, it's finally their rest day, and so they started going around town, doing some little parties and things like that. As several things happen. One of them is the, large shaking in in the area during, their partying. They thought it was, you know, a simple, what do you call it? A little, a little earthquake. But in actuality, it was a little explosion. When that happened, they saw something in the distance. Three abnormals. These abnormals were a slime wearing a lab coat, another a weird-looking Enderman, and the other resembling a cave spider. As one of them said this, being, Olga. Wait a minute. That's wait a minute. That's that Ender woman that stole you during that. As one of them said this, yeah, that's that. Let's go and capture him. As all of these, as all of everybody, including Class 1A and also basically the reincarnators that are not Izuku, say this. Wait, you know that girl or those girls? As Olga would say this. We can explain later. So, as everybody's chasing these guys, let's just say they're trying to escape these, wait for a second. The Enderman, the slime, and the cave spider. They're trying to escape as the cave spider up on the roof grabs a weird looking gun as it shoots out a blast. This blast was colored blue as it cut through the streets of the kingdom. As she would say this, "Take that for trying to capture us." As she would bring up a middle finger. As they escape. As Izuku would say this, "Damn it. Ugh, that little bitch." As everybody said that, why we were trying to catch them, but as one of them said this, "Isn't it obvious? They literally stole an wait, entire bank of, oh god." As he would say this, "Yeah, entire bank of emeralds." As she would say this, "So I guess we just try and get him again." As Izuku would say this, "You think?" As one of them would say this, alright. Maybe we should try and rationalize this." As one of them said this, "Wait, I heard about, wait for a second. I heard, all three of you, or at least, a few of you talking about how you know this guy, or these girls." As Olga would say this, "Yeah, we know each other for a while now." As for, well, Rose, she would nod her head. As for, wait for a second. As for Weiss, she would say this, "Agreed. We known each other for a while now. After that woman, the Ender Woman one. The Ender Woman stole away Izuku that one time and almost, uh, as all of them, all three of them started blushing. As Tigger would say this, "Why are you blushing?" As for, well, Luna, she would say this, "Oh, I see." As, well, everybody just realized what they meant. Yeah, let's just say everybody was blushing as well, including Izuku himself. As Izuku would say this, "Either way, let's talk about something else." As they started leaving. So, after they found, well, remnants of the truck, they tried to, capture, well, let's just say the villains, or say the, perpetrators were gone. So, yeah, that was, interesting. And so, sorry about that. And so, the next day comes as the queen of, you know, wait for a sec. As the queen of the pillagers arrives, they can clearly see the queen of the pillagers because of their signature black, gray, and teal banner, as many soldiers riding on these ravengers. As the middle In the middle of the parade session for, the queen, the middle, there seems to be a large tower resembling a castle tower, and bottom of there, in the bottom, there seems to be some sort of larger, much more dangerous version of a Ravager that's carrying this tower. As when they made it to the castle, well, the tower opened, revealing the queen. Her name was, well, Animasphere. As she gets off, as she bows down to Cassandra. As Cassandra says this, "Hello, queen of the, well," as she would say this, "Oh, nice to meet you, queen of the villagers." As they bow to each other, as they start going into the castle, as everybody watched, including Izuku himself, as he feels like Animasphere is watching him, diligent, spying on him for some reason. He feels uncomfortable, kind of. So, after the whole parade thing, many of our soldiers were outside, including some of their, high-ranking members. As all, the two of them were, talking, talking about the whole Wither situation, as something comes up, and this was out of left field. I meant out of left field, as she would say this. So, have you heard about my men being slaughtered by this kid? As one of them would say this. What do you mean by kid? As she would say this. Oh, I don't know. A man that had white and green hair, and seemed to have several scars. As everybody just gulped, including Izuku. As she would say this, but also wielding a crossbow. Specifically, two crossbows that were stolen and used to have our signature black netherite axe that was supposed to be gifted to me. I meant gifted to me for my highest ranking commander. But it seemed that it had been changed into a halberd. As she looks at Izuku, as she would say this. But unfortunately, I guess it's time for us to, you know, have our fun. I challenge you, Mr. Izuku Midoriya, I think it was. Mr. Izuku Midoriya, for you to fight my highest ranking members. For you to be worthy of wielding the axe that I gave, or at least you stolen. As everybody was shocked. Including, wait for a second. Including Cassandra. As, well, yeah. So, as everybody gone back home, like, everybody was, like, saying to themselves, how the fuck did Izuku do that? As he said this, so this is a tough situation. He kind of laughs it off, as one of them said this, bruh, you literally caused another war. As he says this, a war? What do you mean by that? As he says this, well, you literally killed one of her men, or at least like a few of their men, and literally stole some valuable items. As he says this, oh god. As one of them said this, either way, you need to atone for your sins. As you would say this, yeah, you're right, but still, oh god, oh no, no, no. As one of them would say, one of them would say this, so, because you're the one that literally killed several of her men, but not only that, you stole some valuable items. Seriously, as Lady Nagant just says this, alright, if you're gonna be fighting their most powerful men, maybe you should try and train a little bit. You might find some interesting tactics very soon. Because I heard that their men, or their high ranking members, were quite strong. Especially their top one. Apparently his name was like Hocus or something. Apparently he's a great master and tactician at, well, magic. As he would say this, really. She says this, yeah, I heard rumors about it for a while now, during in that village. As he would say this, that's kind of helpful. As they were told by, well, some guard that came into their room that they should prepare because there's going to be a festival. A festival between a fight, well, like a fight between, well, Izuku and also the pillager cults, or the pillagers, like, organization. Well, the pillagers organization, like, members, specifically their high ranking members. And yeah, he leaves. Yep, they're fucked up. Like, they're seriously fucked up. Yeah, everything is. Like, everybody's terrified. As Ezekiel would say this. So, well, wait a second. Sorry about that. Sorry for yawning. So, Izuku was kind of terrified at this point, and so decides to get some training done because he doesn't want to, lose. So, a few days have gone by where Izuku started training his brand new weapon, the brand new created halberd. This halberd literally has a hammer at the end, two different types of axe blades, and a sharp spear-like end, which is able to do anything. And just imagine like this: when it literally gets ready to kill a person, like if a person gets ready to block the attack, it basically goes straight for the heart. No matter if it's like for an example, a blast or something, or like something blocks it like a shield. No matter what, it always hits the heart. Not only that, it ignites, so it has fire. What's that called? What is? So it technically has fire aspect. So yeah, it's pretty as powerful after the upgrades that was given to it by one of the blacksmiths. So yeah, so the next day comes as it's finally the festival. As there's a gigantic ass tournament where Izuku is gonna be fighting the high ranking members. Sorry about that. That's where he's going to be fighting the high ranking members of the Pillager group. And so he gets ready to fight their weakest, strongest member. Like the third strongest member. His name was Eric Bloodaxe. The reason why is because, well, his axe. It's a reason why it's color red. You wanna know why? Because all of the villagers that he killed stained his blood, like, stained his axe red. That is why he's called Eric Bloodaxe. So, wait for a second, something happened, just, Cassandra and also, Animosphere were watching this in the crowd, watching them getting ready to fight. As Izuku was brought to the, to the tournament ground, as it's basically has a moat, and the back of it, there's literally like a drawbridge. And so everybody was excited. Everybody was cheering on Eric Bloodaxe and, well, Izuku. As Eric says this, "You dare try and get my masters, our great and powerful queen's greatest weapon, and turn it into your own. How distasteful. It's time for you to pay with your life, you pathetic little brat. Because I, Eric Bloodaxe, will make your blood and turn it into a brand new trophy. Your head shall be a brand new trophy for a great and powerful woman. A great and powerful." As he would say this, yeah, let's hurry up. As he says this, "Why, you disrespectful little brat. I'll make your death quick and, well, painless. Or should I just make it extra painful and slow?" As the battle begins, as Eric Bloodaxe starts charging in, wielding his sharp serrated axe, as Izuku dodges, as he summons Vexes. So, wait for a second, guys. When she saw that Izuku summoned some Vexes, she said to herself, "Wait, he has magic potential? What an interesting boy. Even though he did stole my most powerful weapons that are supposed to be the strongest warrior. But either way, he is quite strong." As he summons out some Vexes, as these Vexes start distracting him. So, he starts slashing him, but he gets slashed across the face. His face also gets slashed in half as he says this, being Eric Bloodaxe. "Don't you dare get close to me, you damn brat. You think that you have the upper hand, but I'm after all strong as iron and hard as diamond. as he starts charging at him, like faster than a bullet train, and basically just tackling him to the ground as he says this. Any last words, Brett? As he says this. Gotcha. As he snaps his fingers, as this disgusting thing, just appears out of the ground and chomps both of his legs off. Yeah, let's just say the crowd was just excited. Because back in the day, apparently, especially loved bloodshed. Especially in the Colosseum where gladiators used to, get executed. Yeah, they literally get executed. So, after that, he was brought to the paramedics, or at least the equivalent of like paramedics. Maybe like apothecaries or something, I don't know. Anyway, so the second most powerful person in the, um wait for a second, pillager group arrives, as his name was Erica Ripper. Erica Ripper. He wields, or she wields, gigantic blades. These blades resemble giant axes, which can combine into a large, well, double-sided axe. As she comes up, she says this. It's nice to meet you, damn brat. You dare try and stole, or steal, or do whatever the hell you want. It's time for you to pay with your life. Especially for daring to hurt my brother Eric Bloodaxe. As he says this. Wait, that's your brother? Huh, I didn't see resemblance. As she would say this. Why you? As she would bring out her axes. As she says this. Time for you to die. As the battle begins. As she starts charging towards him. Slashing at him at rapid speeds. As he says this. Damn, she's fast. As he gets smacked right across the head. As there seem to be two of them now. As she says this. You really think that I'm ever that much of an idiot just like my brother? I'm stronger and smarter than him. That is why I've learned magic. Watch. As she creates more of herself. As he says this. Excuse me. What? As she starts charging towards him, wielding her axe, saying, Time for your head to be chopped off. As he kind of disappears. As he says this. Heh. Well, you did take my trick pretty well. Either way, you're gonna lose. As he was standing on some vexes that he created. As he says this. Get chomped. As several, these things appear. Yeah, I'm starting to make, like, Izuku overpowered as hell. Because why the hell not? So, these things basically on all of these clones which turn to dust, as the real one gets her, leg chopped off. Yeah, she was brought to the, apothecaries or whatever. So, finally, the final match was getting ready to start. As Hocus appears, the great wizard and cultist of the Pillager group. As when she saw him being, wait for a second, being, Animasphere, she says this. Izuku is quite interesting and quite resourceful as well. Maybe I should take him in as my husband. If he wins, at least. I don't want to have a man that's quite pathetic. As, Hocus says this. I am Hocus, the great leader, and the great most powerful, the greatest, and the most powerful. As he says this. Yeesh. You sound like Bakugo for some reason. As he still keeps spouting out on how he's basically overpowered as hell. Sorry about that. like saying things like, I'm the greatest, and I'm the most powerful, and also many other things that make him sound like he's all powerful, but he's probably all talk. As he says this, it's time for you to pay for what you did, for daring to hurt my allies, and for also stealing what's rightfully mine. Mine! Mine! As he starts creating thousands upon thousands of these high ranking vexes, which are pure light and wielding golden blades, and these things which more resemble, actually fully fledged creatures, resembling like crocodiles with multiple eyes, except on the head. Like, except on the actual head. The multiple eyes everywhere in their body, but the eyes, like on the actual head, nah, nah. Instead, it's in the entire body. And so they started charging in. As Izuku would say this, dang, he has advanced magic. As he brings out both of his crossbows and starts shooting at him. As he says this, don't you dare. As he starts creating a barrier. As he would say this, dang. As several of these creatures started getting ready to chop him into pieces, as he would say this, well, take this, as he starts using his halberd, as he throws it, as the halberd gets ready to stab into his heart. As when the barrier tries to, catch it, as he would say this, you're daring to hurt me with a pathetic spear. What a pathetic little joke. I'm the greatest. I'm the as the barrier breaks and stabbing his heart. Everybody cheered while the rest lamented that Hocus was defeated. And so the apothecaries arrived. So, after this, Izuku was brought forth towards, both the queens, being Cassandra, Kotomine, and Animasphere, as they say this. Congratulations, Izuku, for beating the, in this case, the top three most powerful people in the Pillager gang, or Pillager group, or whatever. As Animasphere, before saying another word, say this. May I ask you, Izuku Midoriya, will you be my husband? As everybody, after hearing that, they say, what? As, Izuku's harem, let's just say they're pretty much angry. And also, it's based, they literally have their own version of it, television, because, why the hell not? And, you know what Pearl saw? Pearl saw the whole broadcast, and after hearing that, this woman is deciding to try and take away her man. Well, let's just say she's mad and going all yandere-ish on her. Yeah. So, yeah, that's basically what happened. As Izuku was confused at that point, as she would say this, so, will you marry me, Mr. Izuku Midoriya? Or you can, just, I don't know, maybe have fun with me, and then just leave the child with me. I don't really care, just as long as I have a great child. Because you're quite strong. After all, my group need to have a strong heir after all. Without a strong heir, it's just meaningless. So, will you be my husband? Everybody was like, holy shit. Including the top three of the most powerful, Pillager members, just seeing this and saying to themselves, are you fucking serious? So, yeah, at this point, wait for a second. At this point, it's basically the end of this episode. Sorry, guys, this is the end of the episode, so sorry. So, I hope you liked the video. Comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye!